Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and look at why most people do everything completely backwards when trying to build wealth. Picture a little animated stick figure, frantically trying to build a house starting with a roof, all while the ground underneath is literally sinking. Well, honestly, that is exactly how most of us handle our money. We focus entirely on the wrong things in the exact wrong order.
Far too many people are obsessed with picking shiny new stocks or buying crypto, while entirely ignoring massive financial leaks right under their noses. They're essentially throwing money at the stock market like feeding coins into a slot machine, hoping for some massive jackpot. And all the while, high-interest credit card debt just sits right there in the background, quietly laughing at them.
I mean, it's totally absurd to focus on buying a Ferrari when you can't even fix your transmission. To put this into perspective, right now, the median American emergency savings is a staggering $500. That is less than what most people pay for a single monthly car payment. And get this, 1 in 3 Americans doesn't even have an emergency fund at all.
So to stop this madness, we're going to walk through the exact mathematically optimal sequence you must follow to build lasting wealth. We'll cover the leaky financial bucket, the foundation of emergency funds, attacking high-interest debt, the employer match exception, the tax optimization zone, and finally, taxable accounts.
All right, step 1, the leaky financial bucket. We absolutely have to fix the foundation first. Think back to our stick figure. You wouldn't install expensive granite countertops on a cracked foundation. Yet people constantly try to invest in trendy funds while carrying 22% credit card debt. That debt is growing faster than almost any reasonable investment return you could ever expect to make. The opportunity cost of ignoring this leak is just massive.
Moving on to step 2, the foundation, which means emergency funds.
So, the crucial point here is that before you invest a single dollar anywhere else, you must create a psychological safety net. Look, I know it sounds boring, but Vanguard research actually shows that having just $2,000 saved gives a massive 21% boost to your financial well-being. It keeps you from panic selling investments when life inevitably throws a curveball. Just break the goal down. Save your first $1,000, then aim for 1 month of living expenses, and finally build up to 3 months.
Step 3, attacking high-interest debt. Once that baseline emergency fund is set, it is time to relentlessly attack any debt charging over 8% interest. Look at the math here. Paying off 22% credit card debt is a guaranteed 22% return. That easily beats Warren Buffett's long-term average. Why roll the dice for an uncertain 7% in the stock market when you have a guaranteed win right in front of you? Throw every extra dollar at that high-interest debt using the Avalanche method until it is completely gone.
Now for step 4, the employer match exception.
What's really interesting about this next step is that there is exactly one massive exception to the debt before investing rule. If your employer offers a matching contribution, you must contribute enough to get it, immediately. Why? Because it is literal free money. Finding money lying on the ground that your boss will double is an opportunity you mathematically cannot pass up. It's a guaranteed 100% return. You contribute just enough to get that match and then immediately redirect all extra funds back to destroying that high-interest debt.
All right, step 5, the tax optimization zone.
With the foundation solid and the free match secured, we enter the most critical phase where people usually mess up, maximizing your tax-advantaged accounts. When funding an IRA, the big question is, do you pay the IRS now or later? Traditional accounts let you deduct contributions now, while Roth accounts make you pay taxes up front but give you completely tax-free withdrawals in retirement. It's just a simple calculation of whether your tax bracket is lower now or will be lower in retirement. Generally, young people in lower earning years lean Roth, while high earners lean traditional.
But let's talk about the real secret weapon in this phase, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. It is the only investment vehicle in America offering a completely ridiculous triple tax advantage. Seriously, you get a tax deduction for your contributions, your money grows tax-free, and your withdrawals for medical expenses are tax-free. It's an incredibly powerful financial Swiss Army knife.
The numbers on this are absolutely mind-blowing. If you invest in an HSA, pay your current medical bills out of pocket, and just save the receipts, you could build a staggering $400,000 tax-free arsenal to nuke healthcare costs in retirement. And because there's no time limit on reimbursing yourself, you can literally keep the receipt from a doctor's visit today and pull that money out tax-free 2 decades from now.
Once that HSA is maxed out, you finally go back and finish maxing out the rest of your 401k and your IRA. By filling up all these buckets, you are sheltering tens of thousands of dollars from the IRS every single year. You're building a massive shield so your money can actually compound efficiently without the government taking a cut along the way.
And finally, step 6, last resort, taxable accounts. Only after all of that boring foundational work is done do we reach the Wild West step most impatient people want to start with, taxable accounts. Investing here before maximizing your tax-advantaged options is literally like running a race while someone keeps throwing sand in your shoes. That sand is tax drag. The IRS taking cuts of your dividends can cost you nearly $250,000 over 30 years. Yes, you get no withdrawal restrictions, which is great for early retirement or a house down payment, but the tax inefficiency is staggering.
So there it is, your ultimate mathematical wealth-building blueprint that prioritizes guaranteed returns and tax elimination before you ever try picking the next hot stock. Each step perfectly builds upon the previous one. An emergency fund protects you. Eliminating toxic debt stops the bleeding. The employer match gives you guaranteed free money. Tax-advantaged accounts let your money compound freely. And lastly, taxable accounts offer you supreme flexibility.
So next time you're tempted by a shiny new investment, stop and ask yourself, is my financial house actually in order, or am I just gambling on a cracked foundation? Are you methodically constructing a true financial fortress step by step, or are you just frantically throwing coins into a broken slot machine? Follow the math, do the boring foundational work first, and your future self will absolutely thank you for setting up a wealth-building system that actually works.